Hello and welcome, beauties and gentle beauties, to an honest descriptions of every anime of spring 2018. To be a bit too honest, I didn't really want to do this because it involves watching a lot of crappy anime. But then I realized, wait a second, the fan base needs the Nuxometer. So, despite doing my lovely and pleasant, honest description on each of these anime, I will also be rating them with the Nuxometer score below. Of course, I understand if you want to get your recommendations from other channels, and that's completely normal. I don't expect to be your most trusted source of recommendations because I'm me and no one else is. Therefore, you must find someone with taste most similar to yourself. But I recommend shows with the power of memes, and they don't. If you have any interest in following along, I will be going in order of popularity of the anime on my anime list. So, without further ado, let's just jump into it. My Hero Academia Season 3, the dark horse candidate that no one actually would think would actually be good this season. In fact, most of you probably haven't even heard of it. Well, for those of you who haven't, it's Naruto, but with heroes, except it's actually paced like a normal human being would want to watch an anime, which is great. So far in this anime, we've had the first season where it was about hero training and then the League of Villains attacked. Then we had Season 2, which was all different types of hero training, and then the League of Villains attacked. And Season 3 is gonna be a major twist. There's hero training, and the League of Villains attack. I didn't see it coming. I bet you didn't either. No manga spoilers in the comments. Next is Steins Gate 0. The original Steins Gate anime ended great, so no one really wanted a sequel. Steins Gate 0 didn't disappoint because it's a midquel. I have no idea where it fits into the story, but it's freaking amazing. And it reawakened my AI fetish, so thanks. Next, there's Tokyo Ghoul Re, an anime everyone was looking forward to because the original Tokyo Ghoul was pretty solid. The second season was a dumpster fire, so we were waiting for the third season to fix it by sort of making it a sequel to the first season, just this time following the manga, but Studio Pierrot knows what you want more than even you do. Yes, they knew you wanted a Boruto, and they knew you want Tokyo Ghoul Re to actually make zero comprehensive sense to where you are right now unless you've read the manga. And if you read the manga, you don't really need the anime. Don't know where this fits in, boys. And you have Chibi Reviews, who freaking compliments everything. And he had issues with Tokyo Ghoul Re. Thanks, Anime Uproar, for actually pointing that one out to me. This is bad news, fan base. Next, we have Sword Art Online Alternative, Gale Online. Or, since that title is really long, I abridged it to Mother's Basement's new favorite anime. So, you know how everyone was complaining about how Kirito's like crazy overpowered? We don't like him because he has plot armor boosts that don't really make sense, manages to get a harem, beat the bad guys. Well, they've solved all of these problems with Sword Art Online Alternative, because the main character, who is about 17 feet tall in real life, decided to play Gale Online, even though she has no background in video games, just because it gives her a cute chibi avatar. So now, since she's tall or something, she has the ability to move at super speed. Yes, this is the check on the plot armor thing. She manages to get a harem anyway, so check on the harem, and she also manages to be crazy OP even with no prior experience. So check on the crazy OP. As you can see, we have a totally different anime in the making, because this time there's absolutely no threat to the main character. No, but in all honesty, I am totally making an analysis video why I like this anime for a totally opposite reason to the original Sword Art Online. Keep your eyes peeled for that. I'm not only a shit poster. Next, we have Shokugeki no Soma, the third season, part 2. I would have called it the fourth season, but they think they're cute calling it 3 part 2. In any case, it continues its awesomeness, this time with the whole school against Soma. Unlike last time where the whole school was against Soma, or the time before where the whole school was against Soma. Yeah, totally original also. Still loving every second of it. Moving on, High School DxD Hero. They changed the art style because they thought it would be cute. It's not cute, but there's way more ecchi than before, which is great. So if you like this for what it was before, you'll still probably like it. On the latest Rant Cafe podcast, I asked Anime Recon, a devout ecchi lover, what his opinion was on the new DxD, being that he is the master of the subject, and this is a little bit of how the conversation went.
The art style really gives away. It's exactly like Loveru.
All of these harem ecchi ones with demons that need the main character's penis to protect the universe, all of those anime are basically the same thing.
Yeah.
At least the FPE is okay, right?
Yes, it is. It is, yes.
You don't even know what FPE is.
Frames?
No. I knew you were gonna... Per second.
No, FPE is FAPS per episode.
Oh,
Frames
nice.
per episode. I never even knew that. Is that even a real thing?
So as you can see, DXD lives on. Next we have Wotaku ni koi wa Muzukashii. Dude is a crazy otaku. So far the anime makes sense. And a girl who's a crazy otaku. This is where we get into science fiction, by the way. End up coincidentally working together in the same office. And of course they knew each other since middle school. I think at this point it's official that every single anime season needs at least one romance comedy that involves otakus awkwardly giggling at each other. And just to see if I'm right about this whole stereotyping anime thing, I bet you in the last episode they'll finally get to the point where they hold hands. This is what we want. This is why we're here. This is why we were drawn into the medium of anime. Speaking of, we have Persona 5, the animation. So, the first thing that tipped me off this was gonna be a pretty meh type show is it's called Persona 5, the animation. There was never an anime with the words, the animation, that was actually good. So at first when I watched the first episode and I saw that I had no idea what was flying, well, honestly, I wasn't surprised. This is Persona. I didn't think I was gonna know what was flying. Then I was told that even by the people that played Persona 5, they also didn't know what was flying. And then I heard the animation was a disaster. So, not really surprised by this. Moving on to Megalo Box, an original anime that has all the cliche shonen checkboxes checked out. We got our parentless dude from a poor society where no one wants him, forced to go against his ideology to make a living, gets noticed by the best
cliche plot title
ever, so now he's gonna work his ass off and try to actually beat him in the Tournament of Power. Even his name is a motherfucking JoJo reference. In any case, freaking amazing anime. Not a single one of those cliche things are done clichely. Let this be a kick to the groin of every elitist that plays off anime. Oh, it's cliche, so I don't want to watch it. This is technically cliche, but since it's done well, every big channel's fucking sucking it. Tadokun wa koi wo shinai. An original slice-of-life comedy romance where a boy who's a mad virgin is taking pictures of cherry blossoms. Now you know why he's a mad virgin. He meets a German transfer student, and since she's separated from her family, he goes out of his way to help the poor girl because he's just so nice.
and wants pussy.
Now enjoy 12 episodes for this lovely romance to continue. Hina Matsuri is about this badass gang boss Yakuza bastard. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, comes an alien lolly. You know, typical Japanese gangster stuff. Of course, absolutely no sexual tension takes place because she's treated as his family member, and anime's known to never sexualize lollies or incest. So I think this anime is completely safe, especially because she's another species and there's no bestiality tentacle hentai out there. So I think we're good. 3D Kanojo, real girl. So there are a lot of science fiction anime out there. There are a lot of fantasies, but at least this season, none come close to the non-realism in 3D Kanojo, real girl. It's about a dude who's mad otaku creepy dude. Everyone hates him because he's way too creepy for them. No, it's not relatable because no one is as creepy as this guy in real life. So let's just put that aside. He's not relatable in the slightest. It's called 3D girl because that's how he sees 3D girls. They're weird, unlike 2D perfection. Yes, at least that much is relatable. There does happen to be that one 3D girl that's extremely nice to him. She defends him. She doesn't dismiss him. She treats him like a normal human being. Yeah, this is where the sci-fi stuff kicks in. None of this is normal. And then they push the envelope of reality just a little more because instead of his face going red and nose blood rockets propel him into the solar system, which is what happens to most normal human beings, he acts like a total bitch to this girl. The unrealism goes further. She still likes him. Of course, it happens to be a hot girl, too. And yes, they end up dating. Can someone please explain this to me? Can someone explain to me exactly why this makes sense in anime? Hot girls shouldn't like otaku weirdos anyway. Yet she goes out of her way even after he says mean things to her. Is there no limits to insanity? Devil's Line. It's about a half vampire and a normal school girl. No, it's not based off Twilight. It's a carbon copy of Bargain Basement Tokyo Ghoul because vampires live in society and they drink human blood and they look just like humans. What? Totally different than Tokyo Ghoul. Mao Shoujo site. Middle school girl is bullied in school and is bullied by her brothers. So instead of doing something like telling on them, which actually surprisingly works, especially for girls, she decided decided to find some creepy website that gave her countless warnings not to click on it unless she's 18 years old and wants a Russian wife looking for a green card. She clicks on it anyway, and would you think of that? The website gives her magical girl powers. Unfortunately, this does not go down the same road as the Magical Girl Raising Project, which was an anime about girls getting magic powers from apps and then brutally killing each other with blood and guts flying everywhere. Nope. Wasn't like that one. That one actually had magical girls doing what I wanted to see them doing. Moving on, Golden Kamuy. So, you may recognize this name because the manga was one of the top manga of last year. It was even in the Crunchyroll Awards as a nomination. Nothing gets nominated to the Crunchyroll Awards unless it's perfection. You do know that, right? Well, the anime didn't get there yet, but thanks to my friend Soul Maka, who read every manga ever, he pointed out to me lovely scenes about how there's this one dude who rapes a bear and rapes a fish and rapes a tree, people wearing other people's skin. I don't know, there's some really goofy, cringy shit in there. But anyway, of course, we have to talk about what it's about. It's about a Japanese guy named Immortal Sugimoto. He's called Immortal because he didn't die yet, which I guess is a defining trait of most people watching this video. The guy's on a crazy quest to get gold and stuff that he overheard randomly from a drunk old guy. And he meets a girl that'll accompany him, and she's prime sexual candidate because she's somehow under 3 feet tall. Anyway, this is obviously a fantasy. I don't know why it's tagged as an action-adventure historical seinen. It should totally be sci-fi fantasy because it's talking about a war between Russia and Japan, and we all know if they fight, Russia would win in like 3 hours, man. Whatever. Moving on. Mao Shoujo Ore. We've seen our cringy magical girl shows, and we've seen our cringy Karakura Town superheroes. We've seen nothing compared to this masterpiece. So it's about a girl who's in love with a dude. So far, so good, makes sense, could get behind completely. She meets a Yakuza guy that says, oh, by the way, you have Magical Girl in you. And she's like, what? Hell yeah, let's make Magical Girl. I don't know what's going on these days, but she becomes a magical girl, which is somehow this big, handsome dude in a magical girl outfit. Why the hell am I put through the torture of watching all these anime for you guys? Honestly. So now that she became magical guy cross-dresser, now the dude that she was in love with originally is in love with him. It gets even worse because her friend, who's a girl, also is a magical girl that becomes a dude cross-dressing, is also in love with her, him, it. How do I call people the right gender in this freaking show? Nobody flag this video, please, for screwing up somehow. There are too many rules to this shit. Moving on to comic girls. There are up-and-coming female mangaka living together in a dormitory. That's it that it's about. That's it. That's all, every single episode. The characters are bland, and it's unoriginal also, because every season has one of these 4 girls with
input job here
are living together doing nothing in a dormitory. Aside from that, we all know that there are no up-and-coming female mangaka, right? There's only like 5 female mangaka that actually do good manga. But anyway, we'll try not to be too honest here. I mean sexist. You didn't hear any of what I just said. Moving on to Caligula, an anime based off a game. In other words, it's gonna be shit. So I tried it. Ooh, shit. Full Metal Panic, The Invisible Victory. Go watch the first one. I don't need to talk about this one. Ginga Eiyu Densetsu, otherwise known as Legend of the Galactic Heroes. So I didn't actually try this one because I didn't want it to taint my impression of the original 1989 Legend of the Galactic Heroes, being that I only saw a little bit of it and I would really like to finish it, and I heard this one wasn't that great. Would rather not be infected by reboots when the original's amazing. Moving on to Saredo Sumibito wa Ryuto Odoru. Hey PewDiePie, I have an idea how you get to 10 minutes. Just read some Japanese light novel titles. So this is when I apply the under 6 law. If it's less than a 6 on my anime list, there's no way in hell I'm touching it. So moving on to Kakuryo no Yadomeshi. It's about a girl who could see demons. So she finds a demon that's like, yo, you know, your grandfather owed me a crap ton of money. And she, of course, is like, oh, that makes total sense. Of course I'll work my ass off to pay off that debt. Yeah, this is just normal on many levels. And of course, this gets 26 episodes, not like, you know, Megalo Box or all these other amazing anime that are currently going on. Speaking of amazing anime, next in line is Uma Musume Pretty Derby. Pretty Derby sounds a little wrong. Are we betting on human races? Are people betting on horses that they find sexually attractive? This could be taken wrong in many ways, and it's worse. So it's about horse girls, but not any horse girls. Most of them are lollies, which makes the anime anime so much better. So people bet on these horse lollies who have the dream to become good at running fast. Yeah, if I was a horse lolly, I would want to do the same. So hashtag relatable, hashtag shit anime, because hashtag based off a game. Next is Piano no Mori. It's about two pianists, not penis. Oh, that was hilarious. Two pianists, hashtag nigga higgas bad pun challenge, and how one of them is a poor dude who plays piano really well, and one of them's a rich dude who plays piano really well. You ever heard of The Prince and the Pauper? It was kind of a classic made a long time ago. It's that, except with piano, and it's dumber with less twists. Moving on, Captain Tsubasa 2018. So I read the description and it said it was about football and it was about a dude kicking a soccer ball. Clearly not my type of anime if they confuse the two sports. Okay, fine, I'm just kidding. That's not the real reason why I didn't watch it. The real reason why I didn't watch it is because it's from David Production and they're making remakes of Captain Tsubasa when they could be making JoJo's Part 5. Where's my JoJo's Part 5? Next, Fooly Cooly Alternative didn't start yet. Doreku the Animation. Remember what I said before about an anime called The Animation, how it's gonna be bad? So, let me read you the description of this anime without even actually watching it. I'll just read you the plain out description. What if you could enslave anyone you ever wanted? Well, this comes close. The SCM lets you enslave anyone who is also wearing an SCM at a price. One must win over the other at the cost for anything in order for the other to become their slave. I'll be completely honest with you, if this was a hentai, I would definitely check it out. But with a description like this, attached to the animation in the title, that's just a no-brainer that it's gonna be total shaft. Yes, of course I will watch it for you, fanbase. Never fear, I will let you know. Tachibana Con Triangle. Less than a 6 on my anime list? Bye-bye. Akuntu Kanojo. Super sweet girlfriend who should have totally broken up with her tsundere boyfriend by now. She somehow finds the guy cute. I guess I know literally nothing about Japanese girls because I don't know how Bakugo, the worst tsundere character of all time, has so many fans in Japan. I don't get why he's the most popular character in My Hero Academia when I can literally tell you 5 that I like way more. Yeah, the main character is like a stupid Bakugo. And remember what I said about Tachibana Con Triangle, that I wasn't going to be watching it because it's less than a 6 on my anime list? Well, the good news is it's actually about lollies living together and it's an ecchi anime, so if it's your thing, feel free to check it out. I will not be reporting anyone to the police. I will, however, leave a link to Digibro in the description because maybe he's your kind of guy. Unpinch Yet King. You were probably always wondering this to yourself. What would happen if Hoin Kyoma married a Mrs. Hoin Kyoma and they raised Nina from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood? How would they fit into society? That's what this anime's about, kids. It's about mad scientists and their creature children trying to live in society. Hisane Tomasutan. You are going to love the common sense that went into the main character of this anime. So, Hisone is a self-defense force rookie, and she struggles with herself because she's brutally honest, and sometimes her innocence just unintentionally hurts people. She feels so bad that she might hurt people. So she becomes a fighter pilot. Yeah, that's not gonna hurt anyone, girly. Wow. Alice or Alice. Less than a 6 on my anime list. Goodbye. So I'm in the middle of writing and that was over 30 honest descriptions. We're gonna have to start moving faster because I have a crazy schedule, and aside from watching these, it's annoying to write them. So, JJJ no Kitaru is about a boring, cliche shonen dude laughing with demons. Amanchu Advance is a sequel to a prequel that I didn't see. Nil Admirari is below a 6 on my anime list. Jushinki Pandora is below a 6 on my anime list. Lost Orage Conflated Wike Souls is a sequel to all this Wike Soul stuff. I still have no idea how to pronounce it. Moving on. Fumikiri Jikan. 2 high school girls try to be funny. Butlers. Chitose Momotose Monogatari. So many lovely words in that title. Like butlers and monogatari, which means love story. 2 words that I would never ever want to see put together in the same sentence ever again. It's below a 6 on Mal. Moving on. Last period. As I said on the Rant Cafe, sounds like a really old lady. As Briggs said on the Rant Cafe, he preferred first period. In any case, period is the name of freaking magic that beats spiral monsters. Yeah, they come up with this stuff now. We don't even know how lucky we are that the word pool wasn't tainted to the extent that these guys use period magic fighting spiral monsters. Yeah, the anime doesn't get any more original than that. Unfortunately, it's a 6.02 and I had to cover it. have to watch it. I have to sit through last period. Uchu Senkan Tiramisu. So there's humans everywhere. Space is being explored, and there's this massive war, and we focus on a spaceship that's being built and getting stolen instead of a massive war. It's like Ald Noah Zero, except no, it's not like Ald Noah Zero at all. Moving on. Lupin III, Part 5. If you haven't watched Part 4, I suggest you still watch Part 5. It's actually pretty good. Inazuma 11, in case you didn't know, the original Inazuma 11 is amazing. This is a parallel world to that one. Pretty sick, huh? Cutie Honey Universe, below a 6. Roku Hodo Yotsiro Biori. 4 manly men work together in the manliest profession of all time at a tea shop where they give peaceful advice to people. Yeah, it's like the last anime on Earth I would ever actually want to watch. You're welcome. It's gay as fuck. Ozuki Ronoitetsu, second season, Sona no Mi. How is this the second season? There were like 30 second seasons by now. I don't know, I'm not following it. I just see this happening in like every second season. Another season of this, and we're still in the second season somehow. Major, second season. So, I haven't watched the original Major. Briggs says I have to. I trust Briggs. Go watch the first season. I'll say it on his word alone. Gundam Build Divers. Well, I haven't watched Build Fighters, so not even trying. Amai Chobatsu is the ultra ecchi of the season. It's below a 6, but you know, I guess I can make exceptions checking something out below a 6. I mean, it's about a girl being a pet to a warden and full nudity. Moving on. Omoe wa mada gunma wa shiranai. Less than a 6. Soten no Ken Regenesis. Less than a 6 and CGI garbage, and Soul Maka, who loves Fist of the North Star, hates this. So, yeah, that's more than enough reasons not to watch it. Gurazeni, less than a 6. Lost Song. It's about this whole massive war, but let's not focus on interesting things like massive war. Let's instead focus on these 2 girls that can heal injuries with singing. Yeah, that's exactly what we want to see. Speaking of sarcastically things that we really want to see, we have Binan Coco. It's about 5 gay dudes. Spoilers, the title's full name is Binan Coco Chikyu Boebu Happy Kiss. Yes, Happy Kiss. 5 guys. This is gonna be great. Gay as fuck. Nobunaga no Shinobi, another season. Haven't seen the old ones. Totally should. Haven't though, sorry. Aikatsu Friends, also a sequel. Haven't seen it. Waka Okami. It's about a girl whose parents tragically died in a car accident, and she can of course talk to like dead people because she's bored or something. I don't know. I'm still not sure if these dead people are actual dead people or if she's just, you know, schizophrenic or something. Anyway, she thinks becoming an innkeeper is a boring job, and she's 100% right. Needless to say, she falls in love with the job and trains seriously to take the title because apparently it's important. Lady Spo. Guys, this is like a breakthrough. It's less than a 5 on my anime list. To Be Hero 2. I actually did watch To Be Hero 1. Oh my god, was that a weirdie. But it didn't start airing yet. I mean, I haven't found any episodes. Moving on. Kirato Pri-chan, idle garbage. And ladies and jets, that is a wonderful place to end the honest descriptions of literally every single new anime. I watched a crap ton of them. I'm sorry for the ones I didn't watch. I'll be too honest a little bit, maybe. I'm not that sorry that I didn't watch them, because honestly, I'm sure they were trash too. Let me know in the comments if I missed anything. Let me know in the comments if you want this next season. My brain is always exhausted when I finish one of these videos. Likes and subscribbles, please. Feel free to follow me on Twitter, link in the description, as well as my Patreon. Huge thanks to all my patrons, including the 3 swag hoggers, you, Colton Scott, and an anonymous member, the 3 Lord Tweegers Galactic, Illumson, and Large Blob, and the 2 God Usopp rank elites, JD Fincher and Ezedric. All patrons are invited to the Discord. Thanks so much, guys. Thanks so much to everyone for watching. Feel free to subscribble for more analyses, honest descriptions, and all-round weird-ass nugsisms. So now, for the inspirational final farewell of my video, stay weird, fam.